Okay, guys, before I even start, turn off the lights. Yeah, seriously, just the glow of your phone or laptop. Trust me, it hits different that way. Because what I'm about to tell you actually happened. 5 real sleepover stories, 5 different nights, 5 kids who went to a friend's house for pizza and scary movies and never walked back out the front door in the morning. And hey, real quick, before your skin starts crawling, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, because I've got way darker ones coming. All right, let's begin. Story 1. This one still keeps me up. It was back in 2011, in a quiet suburb outside Columbus, Ohio. Emily Harper was 13, super shy, the kind of girl who apologized when someone else bumped into her. Her first ever sleepover invitation came from Kayla Morrison, the popular girl who lived in that big blue Victorian on Maplewood Drive. Emily's mom only let her go because Kayla's older brother, Connor, was home from Ohio State for the weekend, so there'd be an adult in the house. 7 girls showed up. They did the usual, pranked each other with makeup, watched Paranormal Activity, screamed at jump scares, the normal stuff. Around 2 a.m., they finally crashed in the finished basement. Sleeping bags in a big circle, like petals on a flower. Kayla's mom had left the basement door open at the top of the stairs in case anyone needed water. At 3:17 a.m., Emily remembered the exact time because her phone lit up with a low battery warning. She woke up needing to pee. The room was pitch black, except for the red exit sign above the stairs. Everyone else was out cold, little snores and breathing. Emily tiptoed across the carpet, trying not to step on anyone. When she reached the foot of the stairs, she noticed something weird. The door at the top was closed now. She was 100% sure it had been open when they went to sleep. She climbed the 13 steps, yeah, she counted, and pushed the door. Locked from the outside. That made no sense. She knocked softly, called, "Mrs. Morrison?" Nothing. Total silence upstairs. She went back down, grabbed her phone, texted her mom, "Basement door locked? Little scared." No answer. Mom was asleep. Emily stood there in the dark, listening. That's when she heard it. The softest scrape, like a nail dragging across wood, coming from inside the wall right next to her. She froze. The scrape stopped, then started again. Slow, deliberate. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Right at the height where a person would be standing on the other side of the drywall. Emily backed away, heart slamming so hard she could hear it in her ears. She woke Kayla, whispering what happened. Kayla laughed, said her brother was probably pranking them, and marched upstairs. She banged on the door. "Connor, open up, loser!" Silence. Then from the other side of the door, a voice, Connor's voice, answered, calm and low, "Go back to bed, Kay. It's late." Kayla rolled her eyes, came back down, told everyone to ignore it. They all eventually fell asleep again. Morning came. Kayla's mom opened the door at 8 a.m., confused why it was locked. She swore she never touched it. Connor's car was gone. He'd apparently left for campus at 5:52 a.m. without saying goodbye. Emily went home. 2 days later, Kayla stopped answering texts. Then her Instagram vanished. Police found the house empty. Kayla, her mom, the dog, gone. No struggle, no note. Connor was questioned at college. He had an alibi. Time-stamped footage of him pumping gas in Dayton at 4:52 a.m. The basement was searched top to bottom. Behind that section of drywall where Emily heard the scratching, they found a hollowed-out crawl space no one knew existed. Inside, a kid-sized handprint in dust, and long, deep scratches on the inside of the wood, like someone small had been trying to claw their way out for years. They never found Kayla, or whoever had been waiting in the wall. Story 2. Fast forward to 2014. This one's in a brand new subdivision in Henderson, Nevada. Those cookie-cutter houses that all look identical. Megan Delgado was throwing her 14th birthday sleepover. 12 girls, blow-up mattresses everywhere, parents asleep upstairs. They decided to play the classic light as a feather, stiff as a board. You know the chant. They picked the smallest girl, Sarah Park, to lift. Circle around her, 2 fingers under her body, chanting. First few tries, she barely moved. Then, on the 5th round, something shifted. Sarah's body shot up, like way too easily. The girls giggled nervously. They lowered her, did it again. Same thing. 3rd time, when they finished the chant, Sarah's eyes snapped open, completely black, no whites at all, and she whispered in a voice that wasn't hers, "She's still here." Everyone screamed and dropped her. Sarah hit the carpet hard, started crying, said she didn't remember anything. The girls laughed it off as a prank until they realized the Airbnb photos on the wall showed a different family living there 2 years earlier. The realtor had disclosed that the previous owner's daughter, Lily, age 9, had vanished from that exact bedroom during a sleepover in 2012. No trace. Case went cold. That night, one by one, the girls woke up to the same thing. Wet footprints on the ceiling above their sleeping bags. Small, bare feet, leading from the air vent to the closet and stopping. The parents found them hysterical in the morning. Footprints were real, tested positive for pool water, even though the pool was winterized and bone dry. Sarah never spent the night at anyone's house again. And get this, 3 months later, when the Delgado family moved out, workers doing repairs pried open the air vent in that bedroom. Inside was a soaked, moldy sleeping bag and a single tiny Barbie shoe that belonged to Lily. Story 3. Summer 2017. Small town in Pennsylvania, Gettysburg actually. Creepy enough location already. 4 best friends, Riley, Jess, Mia, and Brooke. Brooke's parents were away for the weekend, so total freedom at their farmhouse on the edge of the battlefield. The girls were obsessed with true crime podcasts, so they thought it would be fun to do a midnight seance in the barn where Civil War soldiers supposedly died. They lit candles, held hands, asked dumb questions like, "Is anyone here?" The planchette on the Ouija board started moving slow. Standard ideomotor effect, whatever. Then it spelled R-U-N, fast. They laughed, called each other out for pushing it. Riley asked, "Who are you?" It spelled T-H-E-M. Them who? Y-O-U-L-E-T-I-N. Wind slammed the barn door shut. Candles blew out at once. Total darkness. Then the horses in the stalls started freaking out, kicking the wood like crazy. The girls bolted for the door, but it wouldn't open from the inside, like someone was holding it. They were screaming, pounding. Finally, it flew open on its own. They ran to the house, locked every door, and hid in Brooke's room with the lights on. Around 4 a.m., Jess had to pee. She opened the bedroom door and saw wet, muddy boot prints coming up the stairs, across the hallway, stopping right in front of Brooke's door. Size men's 11. No one else was in the house. They called the police, cops searched, nothing. No sign of break-in. But when they checked the barn the next morning, every horse stall was empty. The horses had vanished without a trace. Gates still latched from the inside. Brooke's family sold the farm a month later. Riley disappeared exactly 1 year to the day after that sleepover. Her car was found parked on the battlefield with the keys still in the ignition. Back seat had 4 sets of muddy boot prints and 1 set of bare feet in the middle. Story 4. 2019, Seattle suburbs. Ava Chen's sleepover. Her dad was a tech millionaire, so the basement was basically a home theater with blackout curtains and surround sound. 8 girls, all 16. They found an old camcorder in the storage room labeled "Do Not Watch," AC 2005. Ava's older sister, Alicia, had disappeared in 2005 at age 16. Same basement. Everyone knew the story but pretended they didn't. Of course, they watched the tape. Grainy footage of teenage girls at a sleepover, same room, same couches, same laughing, truth or dare. Then the camera caught something in the background. A second Alicia standing behind the group, completely still, just staring at the lens with empty eyes, while the real Alicia was sitting on the couch. The girls on the tape never noticed. The duplicate slowly raised her finger to her lips, shh, then walked backwards into the storage closet and vanished. The tape ended. The girls freaked out, obviously. They decided to recreate the exact game of truth or dare from the video to prove it was fake. At 1:13 a.m., same timestamp as the old tape, the storage closet door creaked open by itself. Out stepped Ava, but not Ava. Same pajamas, same messy bun, but her head was tilted wrong, like the neck was broken, and she was smiling way too wide. She spoke in Alicia's voice. "You let me borrow her body that night. My turn again." The real Ava started screaming from the couch. She hadn't moved. The thing wearing Ava's face lunged. Lights cut out. When power came back 30 seconds later, both Avas were gone. Only one set of bloody footprints leading into the closet, and the camcorder was recording again, red light blinking. They found Ava 3 days later, wandering a Walmart parking lot, no memory, covered in scratches that spelled, "Keep her," on her back. Alicia's case was reopened. The closet? Behind the drywall was a false wall and a small mummified hand that DNA matched to Alicia Chen. Last one. This one's the worst because it's the most recent. October 2023, right outside Portland, Oregon. Hannah Miller, 15, sleepover with 6 friends in her family's old rental house they'd just moved into. The landlord had warned them the previous tenant left suddenly. Girls being girls, they turned it into a ghost hunting night with EMF detectors and spirit boxes. The spirit box started spitting out clear sentences almost immediately. 7 girls, just like before. They asked for a name. It said Madison. Hannah Googled it real quick. Madison Reed, 15, disappeared from that exact address during a sleepover in 2015. Body never found. The girls noped out, turned everything off, went upstairs to crash in Hannah's room. Doors locked, lights on, all 7 crammed on the bed, giggling nervously. At 3:33 a.m., the spirit box, they'd left it downstairs, turned itself on. They heard it over the baby monitor Hannah's mom used for the dog. Clear as day. 6 now. 1 went downstairs. They counted. Still 7. Everyone was there. Then Hannah's phone buzzed with a text from her own number. "Tell them I'm in the bathroom." The girls checked the attached bathroom. Empty. Another text. "I'm cold. Bring a blanket." Then another. "Never mind. I took Sophie." Sophie started screaming. She was right next to them, but her eyes were rolled back, mouth open, no sound coming out anymore. The bedroom door unlocked itself and swung open. Down the hallway, they heard barefoot steps running toward the stairs, then nothing. Sophie went limp. When she came to 10 minutes later, she spoke in a little girl's voice. "Madison says thank you for the new body. She'll let you keep the old one." Sophie has no memory of that night, but sometimes when she sleeps over at friends' houses now, people wake up to find her standing over them in the dark, head tilted, smiling too wide, whispering, "6 now." Police searched the Portland house top to bottom. Behind the water heater in the basement, they found a crawl space sealed with drywall. Inside, 6 sleeping bags arranged in a circle, all containing skeletons of teenage girls in rotted pajamas. The 7th spot was empty, waiting, and the crawl space wall had fresh scratches, counting down from 7. So, yeah, next time you get invited to a sleepover, maybe just don't go. Or at least check how many people are actually in the selfies. Sleep tight, guys. See you in the next one, if you make it to morning.